Ebusuafo ya mamuni nama kwa eba Ghana Politics Avenue. Ana upe all the trending political stories in Ghana onsa ebetibi akan. Nene nzima yedi ibremu yeda sonko na imu iham yi. Enche bia ena OSP eni Ofori Atta ho sensem eba buburuja. Eba ubi eche na adwin na Africa the Attorney General of Ghana any Minister of Justice Yura Dominic Ayeni esu di nwa bejimbi. Na enche na Dominic Ayeni betu abontin se Ofori Atta kudi US na se ebe yo baba Ghana na koye buburuja nsem bebrebe na we no muguso try don be bia som de baba Ghana na Ofori Atta so han aroya 43 US fight se be ya mo timi mfa ne Ghana na we ne buy no bi eche na adwe na Ghana fo bi choma dwen se sa US lawyer ya Ofori Atta ko han onim bonne ene katase di dream ene proya Ofori Atta di ni Ghana adwe na be she US ene oto na okaka de ene de sa aye politically motivated na onim di oka na mo onye krama Ghana fo bu mfu no mo nsori na Ghana fo sori ade be banye mo me yenko dinko TV video yi de e ba de di obi an ye be bam se dem diga Ghana aye Ghana Politics Avenue ope all the trending political stories in Ghana eheya na onsa ebitumi akan.
Is it politically motivated or search for accountability? Let me start with you.
Again.
Yeah. Oh, did I start the other one with you? I started with
you ended with me.
Yeah.
So we can go in that direction. I mean, where does even witch hunting or political trial come in the issue of a public office holder?
Have you listened to his lawyer?
I mean, which of the lawyers?
The one based in the
As for that,
US.
when he was, I took all what he's saying as, somebody trying to defend his client, in the sense that the first question, and I want you to research this, has that person been to Ghana before?
But irrespective, the question he asked, that when the OSP requested for him to be put on red alert, he had not been charged. And we got to know that from the Attorney General as well.
But that's
so he raised these issues and said that if you have not charged the person and you put him on red alert, of course, that he says is
constitute, if indeed is true, and we have some technicalities to meet in order to put him on the red alert, and it wasn't done. That was the mistake of the special prosecutor. And I think it is the reason why many others, including members of my party, are, raising eyebrows against his work and whatever he's doing, except to say that His Excellency the President believes the continuous existence of that office would go a long way in helping us fight the canker of corruption within our body politics. So we stand by it. That will be the problem of the special prosecutor. But I want to know if that lawyer has been to Ghana before, to see that children who are supposed to go to school for free, under a government that introduced a free education, go to school for a week and they are rushed to the hospital because they don't have good food to eat. They don't have water to drink. They are crowded.
Children were rushed to the hospital?
Under, what do you call it? the shift system that the MPP was running.
The way you say it,
I am sitting
here. It looks as if
a ward at school then. There has not been a single time that these children will go to school and you will not be called to come and take your ward to the hospital.
Hey.
That is how serious.
Like it was rampant.
So rampant. And this is a national television. And maybe if there is an opportunity for people to call in somewhere along the line of the program, you will hear the number of people who will complain saying, it has not been once, not twice, that you have to rush to pick you. Because the conditions, we all saw the conditions we saw on television, the conditions where if headmasters report, do you understand, they are sanctioned.
It's news to me because I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
it's news to like the way children were falling ill all the time.
I mean, but the records are there. I mean, the schools run data.
Okay.
You can find the data. I mean, I'm putting my credibility
on the line.
On this matter that I'm talking. The schools have data. Go and check their data and see the frequency of children not reporting to school because of health issues. How it was then, how it was when during the implementation.
But how is that related to the SML case or upon which the finance minister wanted?
The relation, that's why I asked that lawyer who is now talking, he has not been to Ghana before. He doesn't know the suffering we went through. He doesn't know the ordeal the Ghanaian went through. He doesn't know the promises that the said minister has made to Ghana and not achieved. So that if he's sitting there and wants to defend his client, he can go ahead to do it. Every lawyer is supposed to do
it. But isn't that different from, chasing someone for a criminal act? If he has made promises and you couldn't fulfill, it's different from saying you engage in criminality.
No, let us not treat this issue of Ofori Atta with kid gloves.
Okay.
Let's not try at all, because it infuriates Ghanaians, and Ghanaians can get more angry if we want to treat this issue with kid gloves. I say so because Ofori Atta is not the only minister, it's not the only appointee under the Nana Addo Akuffo administration. But Ofori Atta remains the only minister and appointee that got the entire MPP members of parliament, entire members of parliament, come together to look for his removal from office. Did they succeed?
But it's not accurate. They were in the entire.
Well, what about majority? If not entire majority. Throughout the Fourth Republican dispensation, I've not heard an instant where party faithful, not just ordinary members of the party, but members of the party in parliament coming together to say that a particular minister should be moved. Was he moved? No. When we were told that Ofori Atta was seriously sick, and for that matter, we want to believe that, okay, because your people are even asking that you resign, use this opportunity, hand over to somebody to work. Did we see him do that? He didn't do that. Now, what is the result of all this that we saw? The result is what we are seeing today. Everything is negative, being sacked from the international financial market, junk status economy, and a whole lot of things. That means it was total mismanagement. If there has been such instance, and there are many other appointees who have been charged with other offenses, and they are here facing the law, whilst you are sitting somewhere. Initially, when he started with his lawyer here, what is his name?
Frank Davis.
Frank Davis. What were we told?
He was not well.
Correct. And that he will come to face the law.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't Frank Davis give us time and date?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he come back to tell us that he cannot meet that time and date?
As for health, it can deteriorate at any point.
I don't have any problem with that. Your health can deteriorate. Just like when it was deteriorating and we told you that, look, even because of your health, hand over power. Hand over your office so that the office can run. You refuse to do that. Now come and account for what you did when you were sick. Then you tell me that you are sick and that you cannot come and account for it. No, this is not done anywhere. It's highly unacceptable. And the lawyer who is currently handling the matter can continue to talk, can continue to say whatever he wants to say. I want to believe, and because Ghana has justified it before. There are several issues that we have to go to the international courts, go and present our case, and we've won some. And I want to believe that this is one of the things that we will win in ensuring that we get Ofori Atta back to town. Ofori Atta is not coming back to town to prison. He's coming to answer for what he has done. That is what Frank Davis kept telling us. And he's not, running away from answering questions. And he's mandated to answer questions to us. He's mandated by law to answer questions to us. So is demanding what is, rightfully ours. Political vendetta. How can it be? Nobody, even within the MPP themselves, they will tell you that bringing Ofori Atta back to town does not amount to any political vendetta, does not amount to any, witch hunting, but to answer to us, this went wrong. And I think if he is, to every rational person, if I know I'm clean, and a lot of issues are being banked on me, what do? I come to say my side of the story, and then leave the judgment for the judges to decide. and that one too you say you won't do it. It's an insult. It's an insult. And let me tell you, look, this kind of Ofori Atta issue, the reason I said we should not treat it with kid gloves is the fact that Ofori Atta's continuous stay without coming to face judgment alone would constitute a great detriment to the MPP campaign moving into the next election is 2028.
28, yeah.
2028. I am telling you, if you continue to stay there, that alone will constitute a big dent to their campaign. Because anywhere you go, that is the first question the people will ask you. Bring Ofori Atta. Our money that we said that the state is looking for from him. Bring him to answer to us. Then we can consider voting for you. If you won't do that, continue campaigning. We don't care about it because we are going to campaign. You are going to campaign so that we vote for you, and if something goes wrong, the person ran away again. It is not done. People have faced reality out of office. Almost everybody. We've seen no less a person than the former president John Dramani Mahama invited to answer questions on his stewardship. Why can't Ofori Atta do that?
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Let me come to you, Mr. Morning, before I come to Doc. Now, on Monday, I was speaking to a lawyer here who said, I mean, the lawyers for Ken Ofori Atta may probably have a strong case, but that will be battled in court. From where you sit, what do you see happening? Do you see Ken Ofori Atta? I mean, the Attorney General says he's hired top lawyers, but will he sit there and just avail himself, looking at people who have been put in EOCO cells for days, their health deteriorated, and all of the ways that people have been handled? Do you expect that Ken will say, okay, A, B, C, D, despite it all, they invaded my house, but I'm still coming?
The toxic culture of ruling governments persecuting, prosecuting, investigating political opponents has been with us since time immemorial. But one is not sure whether this is the case relative to Ken Ofori Atta. The statement by his lawyer, Nayat Kisimi, has added layers of complexity to this issue. We were told, it was Afenyan Michael, minority leader, who told the whole world that Ken Ofori Atta, and he said it emphatically, that Ken Ofori Atta would be in the country by 18th February to answer all the accountability questions. On the 19th of June, on the 9th of June 2025, again, the Ofori Atta family came out to say that Ken will make himself available if the surgery procedure and if his treatment and recuperation period were over. And so Ghanaians have been waiting anxiously to see Ken physically. And let me also make reference to the point that Ken also offered to testify via Zoom or by written responses. But OSP wasn't amused by that offer from the Ken family. So here we are. Ken is entitled to presumption of innocence until proven guilty by a court of competent jurisdiction. This is what the lawyers say. But at the same time, his prolonged stay outside the country is not only contentious, but also tilting public opinion against him. Public opinion, nobody, you can't shackle people from forming their opinion. Nothing can shackle people from forming their opinion. So the longer he stays outside, the more he passes pressure on him, and the more the public opinion churns out negative verdicts against him. So in his own interest, in the interest of accountability, in the interest of this nation, I think everything should be done. Number one, if he can testify through Zoom or electronic means, that should be done. At the same time, he shouldn't rule out the possibility of coming physically to answer the questions raised over the GRA SML deal and other related issues, cathedral and all that. So I think the time has come for Ken and his family and his lawyers to think through the consequences, weigh the implications thoroughly of not making himself available. As I said, public opinion will continue to rule against.
To put our Attorney General in a position that he cannot defend himself, but to further affirm the integrity of the current Attorney General, I can say without any doubt that never throughout the 1 year in his office has someone come to tell us that he's colliding with him to get somebody jailed, unlike what we saw under the previous Attorney General. We have seen it. I mean, these are facts, these were issues that were discussed. These are people who came out.
But he was accused of corruption, isn't it? By a member of your own caucus in Parliament, isn't it? A+ accused him of corruption.
Well, that is a matter that he can go to court to defend. But what I am talking about now, that you sought to create the impression that the Attorney General is on a manhunt for the MPP appointees, where I want to say that that is not the case. Because if that is the case, then all the trials that went on under the 8 years MPP administration under Akuffo, we have seen at least in one instance where someone came out to indicate how the Attorney General then was colliding with him to ensure that someone is jailed. In the case of Jakpa, Attorney General, and Akuffo, I mean, we all saw this. So the credibility of the current Attorney General remains intact. We, of course, are not naive to think that when the truth is, when you are faced with the truth, you will not look for ways to also defend yourself. Okay. It's one of the ways people want to defend themselves and say, because we are out of power, we are being hunted. We have seen under the MPP 8 years, you were given every opportunity, you were given every resources to ensure that if there was somebody within the NDC who
was corrupt,
who is corrupt, deal with it. You were given all the opportunity. After 8 years, you couldn't. You left the issues in court. So if I come to court and I say, you yourself did not leave evidence for me to continue hunting the case, and I will discard the case so that I'll concentrate on more important things, then you also tell me that why all issues are being nully prosecuted. No, that is not the case. The issue you left does not have grounding in law for me to go and prosecute someone with. So what you did, by what the current Attorney General is telling us, is rather the witch hunting. What we are talking about now is the fact that if there are issues, and everybody has seen the processes, so simple, so direct. If there are issues, go and defend yourself.
Thank you.
Follow the legal process, and let us end somewhere so that the country will make progress.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful. This one says, Ken Ofori Atta should not make a mistake to come to Ghana, because I can see there is a deliberate attempt to torture him. People just want to see him handcuffed on cameras and pictures, and they will be satisfied. If you have anything against Ken, then use the necessary tools like trial in absentia. And if he is found guilty, we will also support you to bring him. Until then, Ken will stay. Master Planner Junior says.
Who will go for trial in absentia and be found not guilty? Because you are not here to defend yourself. So how can it?
I guess it's
well, the Attorney General has indicated she's one of the people he's trying to bring back.
And now,
he has indicated
I just wanted 1 minute to respond to some of these issues. 1 minute.
He has indicated
we need to move on.
Just 1 minute.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. It's a matter of fact that you issued nulli prosequi to all NDC people standing trial. It is also a misrepresentation to say that they were being tried for 8 years. It is not true. Some of the trials started in 2020. The Unibank, we can check. There's a list of all of these things. So you cannot say that. We all know that the wheels of justice grind slowly. So you cannot come and, by your own assessment, summarily decide that all cases that are involving NDC people are suddenly, they hold no weight. So when the quantum of the matter was in court, why didn't you also allow it to go through the court processes? You could have allowed it to go through courts, but no, you came and you issued nolli prosequi to cancel the cases. So you do not allow those to go through the legal processes to their terminal end for us to see where it will go. And all the cases were not running for 8 years. That is not true. So it's a matter of fact that the Attorney General has shown some sort of bias in the dealing of those cases.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on. We're just dealing with some
understand the fact that as we speak today,
thank you.
The trials are going on in accordance with the law. Nobody has violated the law. Attorney General is not going to sit anywhere with someone.
Alaji, thank you. Thank you very much. Alaji, thank you. Let's move on.
Your Attorney General has been accused
let's move on. Thank you very much.
Members of your own caucus. That's also an allegation. I would stay away from it because it's just an allegation.
Thank you very much.
If you bring allegations, we'll respond with allegations.
But this is an allegation that has been proven in court of law.
Which court?
Didn't Jakpa took this matter to court?
No.
Didn't he go there to defend himself and indicate to the court that this is what the Attorney General did? What was the end of the matter?
Okay. Thank you very much. Let's move on. Let's just spend the next 3 minutes. Okay, 2 now. To talk about Dr. I said Dr. Bawumia, the MVP flag bearer praise. What can change? Mr. Let me start from you, Marco. This is you. Yes.
You let me use all my energy and my voice before we get to the sweet stuff, Kojo. I think it's been, first, we are very grateful. We would very grateful to God, very grateful to the party folk, very grateful to the delegates for all the support they've given us from the beginning up until now. For us to get here, it has been no small feat. Even to be able to decide when to hold the election was no small feat. And if you are familiar with the way the MPP is, our internal elections are always acrimonious. It's always kika. But usually after that, we are able to pull ourselves through and come together to be able to wrestle power and do things the right way.
2024, they say you weren't able to come together.
Well, yes, there's always been Matemeho syndrome in MPP, as I said. That one, you can even go as far back to when we were pre-UP times. There's always times where people go away, but the elephant always thrives on. And I do believe that's going to be the case. From most of the polls that have come out recently, I saw a Conrad poll, I saw a Global Info Analytics poll.
But the Global Info Analytics is interesting. Kenya Japan is gaining so much. Your candidate is gaining, just imagine how.
Ghana Politics Avenue, open all the trending political stories in Ghana. Ahaya na onsa ebetumi akam. Na afi so NDC kan ba channel you best subscribe to channel no like video no share ama afufuro enya bi ubia notification bell na ona do sa boso say be the video afufuro bi aba onsa betumi aka ntem na so hu de ekoso Ghanaian political community de ekoso bia ya da mu na ma se majibre am de beti ye yakra mu nyina mu bye bye.